So thank you for joining us today to discuss the Queensland Innovation Precincts and Places strategy, the regional infrastructure, just total mind blank, the Regional Precincts and Places Infrastructure and Technology Program. This fund will open tomorrow, and today we were just going to talk you through the fund and its key elements. Okay, I just need to remind you that this webinar is being recorded and it may be uploaded onto our website or disclosed to other government departments or contractors for the purposes of helping to inform and support Queensland Government grants, programs and Advanced Queensland initiatives. Your personal information will be handled in accordance with the Information Privacy Act. Before we begin today, I would like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which we all meet today. For our office, it is the Yuggera and Turrbal people. We recognise their continuing connections to the lands, waters and our communities. We'd also like to pay our respects to the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander cultures and the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples that we have here today, and to elders past, present and emerging. So this fund is part of the Queensland Innovation Precincts and Places strategy. And the Queensland Government launched this A Place to Innovate Innovation Precincts and Places strategy on the same day as the Advanced Queensland Roadmap in July 2022. So the Place to Innovate sets out a range of key actions to support the delivery of the three key pillars, which is people, place and purpose. And it also provided for a fund of $15 million for the Queensland Innovation Precincts and Places. And one of those funds is the third one where we're going to talk today, which is the region one. The other one, which we talked about in this Innovation Precincts and Places strategy, relates to the Innovation Economy Fund, which is attached to the Queensland City deal, and information is still coming on that one. So this session will be focusing on the third stream of the fund, which is in the Regional Precincts and Places Infrastructure and Technology Program, and will be followed by questions and answers at the end. So if you can please put any questions and answers you've got in the question and answer function of the meeting room and or the chat, both will be checked, and that you would like us to respond to. And time permitting, we'll try and get through all of these as we can. It would also be useful in terms of if we get quite a number of questions, if you're also interested in a question, if you could just put a like on that question, so then we can actually help prioritise and answer the ones that are of most interest to those who are on this session today. Okay, so as I mentioned, this fund supports the Queensland Innovation Precincts and Places. We've got the fund structure. Today's fund is talking, and the fund itself in total is $15 million. Today we're talking about the Stream 3, which is a $10 million fund, and it is important to think about what the objectives of the Regional Precincts and Places program is here to achieve. So the fund will provide grants of up to $1 million for an applicant in an existing Queensland Innovation Precinct or place based in an eligible Queensland region. This fund is to help support capital works and or physical infrastructure costs, including buildings, digital infrastructure that's internal to the precinct or place, and the cost of plant and equipment required specifically for the project. So part of those focuses are to help co-locate innovation precincts with research, education and training institutes to help improve the smart place-based digital infrastructure and accessibility, increase high-value knowledge economy jobs, and also help with regional economic diversification. And importantly, the fund opens tomorrow and applications will close at 1 p.m. on the 6th of December. The eligibility criteria for this particular piece, this fund, is the applicant must be a precinct or place partner in an innovation place based in Queensland region. And I will talk about what are the eligible regions in a minute. You must be a corporate entity and not an individual. You need to be GST registered with an ABN. And you must be collaborating with one or more organisations based in the Queensland region. Now, you can have multiple applications that may be submitted in relation to a single innovation precinct or place. However, one funding application will be approved per innovation place or precinct. So what is an innovation place or precinct? So how we've described an innovation place or precinct for the purposes of this fund and how we describe it more broadly, it has a brand and an identity as an innovation precinct or place. It has an existing, clearly defined, established physical site. So we have previously on other streams within the fund had questions around virtual sites. Virtual sites are not part of this particular strategy nor fund. The site co-locates two or more entities who have had a shared vision or agreement or common interest, at least one of which is a commercial and or research entity. And they have an objective to foster innovation and collaboration across the precinct or place partners and connect with the innovation ecosystem. So moving on to how we would describe a precinct or place partner. So a precinct or place partner is defined as an organisation that is not related or not a related entity to the applicant organisation, is physically co-located within the innovation precinct or place of which is the subject of the application, is aligned with the brand and identity of the innovation precinct or place, and has a shared purpose and vision, agreement and or a common interest with the future development and growth of that precinct or place. So what can be funded? So this funding is very clear around it's eligible for capital works and or physical infrastructure costs, which can include building infrastructure, digital infrastructure, that's internal to the place or precinct, and the cost of plant and equipment related specifically for the project. Only eligible expenditure incurred on or after the agreed project commencement date can be claimed by successful applicants. What isn't eligible in this fund includes things such as purchase of an existing building, lease or license costs, costs associated with core business of the applicant, including organisational overheads, and any payments between applicants, precinct partners, or place or associated entities. So that's just an example of what isn't eligible. There are more examples of what isn't eligible in the guidelines and frequently asked questions. So what is the application process? So all applications must be submitted electronically through our Smarty Grants portal. The link is there in front of you now, but it's also available on our website. It'll be going up tomorrow when the fund opens, and all applications must be submitted through that. As mentioned earlier on, they do close at 1 p.m. on the 6th of December. If you have any issues around the Smarty Grants system and accessing it, we would encourage you to reach out to our Smarty Grants team by emailing the SIM Projects team, and that email is there in front of you. And if you have any other queries, please either refer to the frequently asked questions or email us at the innovation places at dtis.qld.gov.au. And if you don't get a response from the Smarty Grants team in a manner that you're comfortable with or in a timely manner that you're comfortable with, you can also email us the Innovation Places email as well, and we will follow that up for you. So what is the assessment criteria? First of all, and what is important is all the assessment criteria is equally rated. There are 4 assessment criteria. The first one is the significance of the opportunity to the regional innovation place. And in this part, you must demonstrate that the proposed project will increase the regional innovations places collaboration capabilities and outcomes, will establish key smart place-based infrastructure to support future industry-focused collaborated projects, and will also place the precinct or place in a position to optimise performance and increase its capacity in the region. The second one is the strength of the collaboration. And so that we must be able to demonstrate that the proposed project will involve the regional partners who have a shared commitment to realise the potential and the opportunities for that region, and will facilitate collaboration between innovation precinct or place and their priority industries. Letters of support from precinct or place partners and or the collaborative partners will be considered under this assessment criteria. The third one is the value and viability of the project. So in this part, you must be able to demonstrate that the project involves an applicant, precinct or place partner and or collaborative partners with the resources, knowledge, skills and experience to successfully deliver the project. The project is well planned and achievable within the defined timeframe and budget, and it demonstrates value for money. Fourth assessment criteria relates to sustainability and resilience. So in this criteria, you must be able to demonstrate that the proposed project will position the regional innovation place to increase its potential long term and drive its success and sustainability. You must also be able to deliver tangible and immediate benefits to the region and its priority industries, contribute to an increase in the maturity of the precinct or place and its ability to deliver collaborative activities to support in-region priority industry sectors and emerging industries. That was a mouthful. And also contribute to the support of new and high-value jobs in the Queensland regions. Again, letters of support from precinct or place partners or collaborative partners will be considered under this assessment criteria. So hopefully everyone has had a chance to have a look at the two key documents as they relate to this fund. They were placed on the website about a week ago on the 3rd of October. So hopefully everyone's had an opportunity to have a look at those and read them. I just need to flag that a correction is being made and they will be updated in the next 24 hours to that. I would encourage you to come back to the website and have a look at the updated guidelines. You will see that'll be version 1.1 and, sorry, not guidelines, sorry, frequently asked questions, and just to make sure you have the most current and contemporary information relating to that. Okay, so questions and answers. Have we had any questions from any of those in attendance at the moment?
Currently, we don't have any questions.
There's no questions from anybody? So I guess for those, we've had a few questions come through relating to timeframes for assessment and all those sorts of, I guess, post submission questions around when do we expect to know outcomes and those sort of key important dates for you. As mentioned, the fund closes on the 6th of December. And you can appreciate we'll be hitting a bit of Christmas period at that point. Our intention is to, in the early new year, pass all the applications onto assessors. Assessors are actually independent from the department. The assessment panel will be chaired by a senior officer from the department, but all assessors look at the quality and viability of all the projects that are being submitted and will make their recommendations. So we do anticipate that that will be early next year. We will update applicants as dates become clearer when we have locked everything down at that point.
So we have received a question. How many grants do you think will be awarded?
So look, there's a $10 million fund. The fund is up to $1 million. It really just depends on how many applicants we get, and maybe not everyone will apply for the full 10 million. The 10 million, full million that they are eligible for. So I guess we can't really put a number on what that could look like in terms of number of grants, but we would anticipate that we should be able to fully expend the 10 million through all the grants that are submitted.
We have a participant with their hand up. Does that answer their question?
David? Hands up. I don't know if you're trying to put a question in there.
So that answers David's question. David,
Thank
do you
you.
have another question? there be any other webinars?
So will there be any webinars? So this will be probably based on what we see as demand and based on the type of questions we see coming through our email and information box, which is the Innovation Places at DTIS box. That will probably drive whether or not we see there's a demand for others. We have tentatively scheduled a webinar probably 4 weeks before the close date, which will then pick up probably the most frequently asked questions that have come through the email box that haven't already been covered in the frequently asked questions, and then also give anyone opportunities to say refine their application based on what those new questions are that have come up in that like last few weeks before everyone is submitted.
So we've got another question. Are state government departments excluded from applying for a grant in partnership with industry?
So that's covered in the frequently asked questions. State government agencies can be a partner to that, but can't be the lead applicant.
Another question. Will unsuccessful applicants receive feedback on their applications?
Feedback can be provided on your applications if you would like that. So yes is the answer. Just checking.
Will a recording of this call be available?
Yes, so our intention is to post this webinar onto the website on the Stream 3 webpage, similar to what we did with Stream 1 webinars that we ran for those. So anyone can watch them who may want to rewatch and listen to the information that's been provided, but also for those who weren't able to attend at this time for a host of reasons, they can access that as well.
No other questions at this stage?
Okay, so if there's no other questions, we're sort of a little bit ahead of time.
Can I contact anyone for more information?
So you can contact the Innovation Places at dtis.qld.gov.au mailbox. We have a team monitors that mailbox. Our intention is to aim to respond to any queries within 24 hours of receiving them. And that's 24 hours of a working day. So that won't be over a weekend. So yes, you can contact, and that will be the main contact point for all the questions.